Hello, crystal enthusiasts, and welcome back. Today, I am super excited because we've got another oldie. We are going to be unboxing the 2004 classic Santa Claus in gold. I tell you what, this one caused me a little bit of stress and heartburn. So we're now what, 3 months into collecting. I've been doing a lot of research, of course. I've been looking up different ornaments. And as I've mentioned in previous videos and in my initial blog posts, the best archive I could find was the Crystal Lodge London website. And so as I'm going through each previous year's ornament releases, we already unboxed the snowman and rhodium, which this is actually from the same collection. So there was a snowman, they did a Santa Claus. And so as I'm going through the Crystal Lodge website, I see this one, I see the Santa, I see the gold plating, and I'm like, okay, so I add it to my list. Well, you probably heard in one of my previous videos that I have been using ChatGPT, the web search model, to kind of help me find this information because things are kind of spread out. There's not really a lot of good archival information out there. And so one of the things that the ChatGPT does is it'll bring back images for you. And I saw a Santa Claus ornament, just like this one, only it was plated in rhodium silver. So now I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like 60% sure that there is a Santa in rhodium out there, and there's also probably a classic snowman in gold. So now I have to decide if I want to get those and where I'm going to find them. But I guess that's not for you all to worry about. That's for me to worry about. So we can go ahead and get into the details for today. But I just wanted to share with you all. I had a little heartburn. This has been a roller coaster journey. It's been exciting. It's disappointing at times. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get into this one. So some of the details that I found for you all. For those of you that are looking for these on eBay, oh yeah, let's talk about how I found this one. So again, I've been looking for ornaments for about 3 months now. I'm pretty sure I was sitting down here in the living room and I audibly gasped, which my husband hates because he's like, what did the dogs do? Is somebody hurt? Like he automatically thinks like something bad has happened. And I'm like, I found this listing because I hadn't seen it. Like ever since November, I've literally been on eBay and Mercari every day, which probably isn't healthy for both my bank account or my mental state. And I just searched Swarovski ornaments and I'm hearting things that are on my list. And so this was the first time I had seen a listing for this ornament. So I gasped, and of course he got mad. He's like, don't do that, you freaked me out. But I favorited it. And one of my tricks that I use, because I've been sharing a couple tips on how to find the best price when making offers for these, places to look to buy these. So one of the things that I've been doing lately is I've been hearting items on eBay because the listings are only good for about 30 days. And I'll usually get those item expiring notifications, which means the 30-day post is almost up and the item hasn't sold. And so what I'll do is even if there wasn't a make offer button on this one, so I messaged the seller privately and I said, would you take $75 for this? I think she had it listed for $90. And she responded and said, yes, I just turned on the make an offer button. So I made her an offer of $75. She accepted. So swing for me. I just saved $15. So this was great. Because, people are like, oh, I don't want to have to repost this. I don't want to have to babysit this. So hot tip, if you're looking to get, ornaments in your collection that are retired and you don't want to spend a fortune on those. Now, when you are looking for this, this is the front of the box. You can see the Santa has the same faceted body design as the snowman in rhodium. So it's going to have that honeycomb-like texture, which I'm excited to see again. But this time, instead of the silver plating, you're going to see a gold plating. Now, when I was, again, doing some more research, it was very hard to distinguish between if it was actual gold or if it was gold plating. I feel like what I found most frequently was gold plating. So it's probably rhodium, but just colored gold. And then the only difference between this and the snowman line, the snowman actually had an orange crystal for the nose, and then it had black crystal for its cold buttons. But this seems to be all gold. The buttons are gold, the gloves are gold. On the snowman in rhodium, the gloves are actually just frosted. But this also does have the frosted accents as well. When you're looking at photos from sellers on the back, it should list the article number as 665031. just say Santa Claus -gold. Looks like some of the other stuff is peeled off, probably the price tag, but we can see that this one was made in Austria. So if you see any other country, it might not be a real one. I do have my glove. I'm prepared. But I also know that if I put my gloves on, I'm not going to be able to open the box. So let's do that first. I have not opened this yet. This is going to be my true first reaction. Okay, so we've got this nice, the feel of these boxes remind me of the time in art class where we would take paper and we'd put like blotches of paint and like glue toothpicks to a popsicle stick and like drag it through to make these swirly designs. And then we would fold the paper into a box for Mother's Day for, like, oh, your mom could keep your jewelry in this. That's kind of the texture it has. It has that nice thick cardboard texture. It's blue. So we've got the Swarovski on the front and we've got the web address here on the side. So let's go ahead and open it. We got a certificate. We did not have the certificate with the Snowman Erodium, so I'm going to kind of ignore the Santa that's in the box right now. Again, the certificate, it's truly just a booklet of different languages. And now these ones are cool. I feel like in the older ones or like in the newer ones, it's literally just a slip of paper. I've actually not gotten to flip through an older one. This actually has like pictures of other crystal items in here. I'm going to have to take some time and read through what this is. Yeah, here's another one. So that's kind of cool. The copyright date on this is going to be 2003. So again, keep that in mind too. That first threw me off when I did my first eBay buy. I thought I bought a fake because the copyright date was wrong. But this is the 2004 Snowman. Usually the copyright dates on those certificates is going to be either that year or a year prior. I haven't seen one where it's a year ahead, which obviously wouldn't make sense. So if it's behind a year, don't freak out. That's probably normal. Okay. Oh, you guys, you look so cute. Oh my gosh. Now, you might have seen if you've watched my other videos, I'm a huge snowman fan. Love me some Santa Claus, but I get giddy for a snowman. So sorry, Santa, you're not going to have the huge fanfare. Okay, so this happens often. Sometimes the sellers will take off the ribbon and they'll maybe just use an ornament hook because sometimes the ribbons can be a little bit longer. But not to fret. The nice thing with a lot of the Swarovski ornaments is the attachment for these is just kind of like two hooks that are bent together. So I'll probably be able to just carefully slip this back on, and I don't want to touch him with my fingers because I do want to be able to show you guys this hanging on a string here. So again, true unboxing, first time. I didn't have this prepared ahead of time. There we go. Looks like they also maybe tied a knot in it to shorten it up a little bit. Okay. Ooh, might need a little bit of buffing because it's definitely been touched by other hands, but it's looking super cute, you guys. So here he is. I'm trying again not to drop him. Not worried. So here he is. Here's the gold plating. Gold plating looks great on this one. Yeah, there's no blemishes or anything. Just might need a little buffing with a lint-free cloth. You can see the tail of his coat has that frosted glass, and then his face and the brim of his hat are also frosted. And then he's got his gold plating on his hat. Ooh, gotta be careful. I feel like this is about to come off of here. So let me just fix this really quick. The next thing I'm going to try and look for is where the Swarovski is, the swan. I'm going to guess it's probably on his wee little boots. And yes, and again, it's really hard to show because it's so small, but you can see that you would find the Swarovski swan on the bottom of his boots. This one's a cute one. Now, the honeycomb, the facets on this, they're a bit taller than they were on the snowman. They're a bit more stout, more short. But the light refracting through this is great. Give yourself a little spin there, Santa Claus, so people can see. Yeah, this is great. I'm super excited to add this to my collection. I definitely like the snowman better, but I'm really glad that I have this one. This one's super cute. So if you're looking out for this one, hopefully you guys get lucky and somebody will post it. I feel like we're getting to the point in the year where people aren't really selling Christmas ornaments because it's frankly probably not on a lot of people's minds. I think about Christmas every day, and sometimes I have to fight myself from having to play Christmas music in the car. But usually people will probably start selling again in August, maybe September, October, definitely October, November. But I've really been trying to get as many as I could from the January, February season, because you got people that are trying to get rid of Christmas decor and stuff. So I've been very lucky with some of my finds, but I've definitely noticed that as I'm searching eBay and Mercari, it's getting harder to find the ones that I want. And I'm going to guess that the ones that I do want are going to be listed towards the end of the year and probably pretty pricey. So we'll see. It's going to be a fun journey, and I'm going to have you guys along with me. So thanks for joining me on this unboxing. And as always, catch you on the next one.